After 50, your heart is not only threatened by smoking, stress, or sitting too much. Some of the most dangerous foods may already be sitting in your kitchen, hiding in your breakfast, or showing up in meals you thought were harmless. A bowl of white rice, a slice of bread, a quick burger, a donut with coffee, a glass of sweet tea. They may not cause chest pain today. They may not send you to the hospital tonight, but quietly, day after day, they can push your blood sugar higher, overload your liver, increase inflammation inside your blood vessels, and make your body more insulin resistant. And here is the scary part. Many people over 50 are eating these foods every single day while wondering why their belly is growing, their blood pressure is rising, and their energy keeps dropping. So in this video, we're going to reveal 10 everyday foods that may quietly damage your heart after 50, and more importantly, what you can do instead to protect your arteries, your blood sugar, and your future. Before we get into the list, you need to understand one simple thing. After 50, your body does not handle food the same way it did at 25 or 30. Your cells may become less sensitive to insulin. Your muscles may burn less sugar. Your liver may become easier to overload, and your blood vessels may become more sensitive to inflammation and damage. That means the same foods you used to tolerate years ago can now affect your blood sugar, belly fat, blood pressure, and heart health much more strongly. And this is why heart disease is not only about cholesterol. The bigger problem is often what is happening underneath: inflammation, oxidative stress, high blood sugar, insulin resistance, and processed foods that slowly damage your arteries. Now let's start with food number 10. Food number 10 is white rice. White rice is not poison, but after 50, it can become a problem if you have belly fat, prediabetes, type 2 diabetes, fatty liver, or you sit most of the day. Here's why. White rice is mostly starch. After digestion, that starch turns into glucose, your blood sugar. So even though rice does not taste sweet, it can still raise blood sugar quickly. When this happens often, your body needs more insulin. Over time, this may make belly fat, insulin resistance, and heart risk harder to control. The solution is not to quit rice completely. Start by eating a smaller portion. Make rice the smallest part of your plate, not the biggest. Eat it with protein like eggs, fish, chicken, tofu, or lean meat. Add vegetables to slow down the blood sugar spike. And after a rice-heavy meal, take a 10-minute walk. That simple habit can help your muscles use some of that glucose before it stays high in your blood. Food number 9 is bread. White bread may look light, but inside the body it acts a lot like sugar. Most white bread is made from refined flour. That means much of the fiber has been removed, so it digests quickly and can raise blood sugar faster. After 50, this matters more because high blood sugar and high insulin can make belly fat, inflammation, and heart risk harder to control. And for some people, bread can cause another problem: bloating, gut discomfort, or tiredness after eating. This may be linked to wheat sensitivity, gluten, or simply eating too much refined flour. So don't treat bread as a harmless breakfast. Avoid white bread, sweet bread, pastries, and sandwiches loaded with sugary sauces. If you often feel bloated or sleepy after eating bread, try cutting it out for 2 to 3 weeks and see how your body responds. Better options are eggs, plain Greek yogurt, fish, lean meat, vegetables, or steel-cut oats if your blood sugar handles them well. The key is simple. After 50, bread should not be the center of your meal. Food number 8 is alcohol. Alcohol does not always look like a dangerous food. For many people, it is just a glass of wine with dinner, a beer on the weekend, or a way to relax after a long day. But after 50, your body may not handle alcohol as easily as it once did. Your liver is the main organ that has to process alcohol. When you drink too much or drink too often, the liver can become overloaded. This may contribute to higher triglycerides, fatty liver, blood sugar problems, and worsening insulin resistance. Alcohol can also affect blood pressure, and if you already have high blood pressure, fatty liver, diabetes, high cholesterol, or you take heart medication, this is not a small issue. So does alcohol have any benefit? For some people, it may feel relaxing. It may be part of social life, but that does not mean you should drink alcohol to protect your heart. The advice is clear. If you do not drink, do not start just because you heard alcohol is good for the heart. If you do drink, keep it as low as possible. Avoid cocktails, alcohol mixed with soda, too much beer, or drinking alcohol with fried and salty foods. And one simple rule, do not drink on an empty stomach, and do not use alcohol as your nightly stress relief. Because after 50, what harms your heart is not just the amount of alcohol you drink. It is the habit repeated again and again. And the next food is even more dangerous because it may already be sitting in your pantry right now. Food number 7 is ultra-processed food. This group is easy to ignore because these foods are convenient, cheap, tasty, and can sit on the shelf for a long time. Chips, cookies, instant noodles, sausages, sweet breakfast cereals, canned meals, frozen ready-made dinners, sugary protein bars, packaged cakes. Many of these fall into this category. Do they have any benefit? Yes, they are convenient. They help when you are busy. Some products may even be fortified with vitamins, fiber, or protein. But the problem is that many ultra-processed foods are designed to make you eat more, not to make you healthier. They often combine sugar, refined flour, cheap oils, high sodium, preservatives, and artificial flavors. This combination makes the food very easy to crave, but very low in real nutrition. You can eat a lot of calories and still be undernourished. This is why many people feel full, but still tired, still hungry, and still craving snacks. After 50, this becomes even more important because belly fat, blood pressure, blood sugar, and inflammation are often harder to control. The simplest step is to read the label. If the ingredient list is long, full of strange names, added sugar, refined oils, and high sodium, limit it. Use this rule. The closer a food looks to real food, the better it usually is for your body. Eggs, fish, meat, vegetables, beans, nuts, and plain yogurt do not need much advertising because your body recognizes them as real food. And here is one practical tip that can change your daily eating. Do not keep chips, cookies, candy, and instant noodles where you can see them. Your environment shapes your habits more than willpower. But if you think ultra-processed food is bad, watch what happens when it becomes a full fast food meal. Food number 6 is fast food. Fast food is not dangerous because one burger will destroy your heart immediately. The real problem is that it often combines several things that stress the body at the same time. White bread can raise blood sugar quickly. Fries contain starch and hot oil. Soda brings liquid sugar. Sauces may contain sugar, salt, and oil. And the portion size is often larger than your body really needs. Does fast food have any benefit? It is convenient, fast, cheap, and easy to find. Some meals still contain protein like beef, chicken, fish, or eggs. But the problem is that the protein often comes with refined flour, fried oil, sugar, salt, and too many calories. After 50, a meal like this may spike blood sugar, raise insulin, make the body hold more fluid, increase blood pressure, and make belly fat harder to lose. The most dangerous part is that fast food often makes you feel like you have eaten a big meal, but still want more later. You may feel full for a short time, but a few hours later, you crave something sweet or salty again. If you have to eat fast food, choose the least harmful version. Skip the soda first. This is the most important step. Then skip the fries or eat only a very small portion. Choose grilled meat instead of fried meat. Choose salad, but use less dressing. If possible, remove half the bun. And do not order the combo just because it is cheaper. It may be cheaper for your wallet today, but more expensive for your heart later. Fast food once in a while does not ruin your health. But fast food every week, and then every day, that is where the problem begins. And one reason fast food can be so harmful is something you may not see clearly: the oil used to cook it. Food number 5 is industrial seed oils. This part is easy to misunderstand, so let's be careful. Not every plant oil is bad. Some oils, when used properly and not overheated, can provide unsaturated fats that may support heart health. But the bigger problem is highly refined oil used in packaged foods, oil heated at high temperatures, and especially oil reused again and again. Oils like refined soybean oil, corn oil, and canola oil often appear in chips, packaged snacks, sauces, fried foods, and fast food. Their benefit is that they are cheap, easy to produce, easy to store, and they make food crispy, fatty, and more addictive. But the problem is that when oil is heavily processed, exposed to high heat, or reused many times, it can oxidize more easily. Oxidized oils may contribute to oxidative stress in the body, and oxidative stress is one of the things that can damage blood vessels over time. After 50, your blood vessels may already be more likely to stiffen or become inflamed. So eating large amounts of oxidized oils from fried foods and packaged snacks is not a smart choice. The practical advice is, do not see the words vegetable oil and automatically think it is healthy. Ask better questions. What food is this oil in? Was it fried? Was it reused many times? Is it in packaged cakes, chips, instant noodles, or bottled sauces? At home, use extra virgin olive oil for cold foods or gentle cooking. You may also use avocado oil or other oils that handle higher heat better if needed. But even healthy oils should be used in moderation. Oil is still very calorie-dense, and when oil meets starch, sugar, and high heat, we arrive at food number 4. Food number 4 is fried food. French fries, fried chicken, fried fish, fried snacks, fried dough, and donuts all have one thing in common. They are crispy, fatty, salty, and very easy to overeat. Does fried food have any benefit? Yes, it tastes good. It is easy to enjoy. It can make you feel full quickly, and it is often connected to comfort, weekends, family meals, or social events. But for heart health, this is a food group that needs extra caution after 50. Fried foods usually create 3 problems at once. First, they are high in calories. Even a small portion can contain a lot of energy. Second, they often come with refined starch, like potatoes, breading, flour, or white bread. Third, the oil is heated at high temperatures, and if that oil is reused many times, it can oxidize more easily. When your body receives too many calories, oxidized oils, and fast-digesting starch, blood sugar and insulin may rise. At the same time, inflammation and oxidative stress may put more pressure on the blood vessels. The scary part is that fried food rarely comes alone. Fries often come with soda. Fried chicken comes with sauces. Donuts come with sweet coffee. So, if you want to protect your heart, do not start by trying to eat perfectly. Start by reducing how often you eat fried foods. Go from several times a week to occasionally. Go from a large portion to a smaller one. Go from deep fried to baked, steamed, boiled, or lightly pan-cooked. If you fry at home, do not let the oil smoke. Do not reuse oil again and again. And do not fry too often. The goal is not to fear food. The goal is to stop making fried food a normal, everyday habit. And the next food was once advertised as heart-friendly, but it can become a trap if you do not read the label. Food number 3 is margarine. For many years, many people believed margarine was healthier than butter. It was often made from vegetable oil, easy to spread, cheaper, and marketed as a lighter choice for the heart. So does margarine have any benefit? Some modern versions may be better than older ones, especially if they contain no trans fat, less saturated fat, and are made from better quality oils. But the problem is that not all margarines are the same. Some margarines, cookies, pastries, cake frostings, and packaged foods may contain hydrogenated oils or highly processed ingredients. The biggest thing to avoid is partially hydrogenated oil. This can be a source of trans fat, a type of fat that is clearly harmful to heart health. Trans fat can raise LDL cholesterol, lower HDL cholesterol, and increase the risk of heart disease. This is why many health organizations recommend avoiding trans fat as much as possible. What traps many people is the front of the package. It may say 0 grams trans fat or trans fat free, but you still need to read the ingredient list on the back. If you see partially hydrogenated oil, put it back. After 50, do not let your heart health depend on the front label of a package. Read the back. Better choices may include less processed foods like mashed avocado, a small amount of olive oil, unsweetened nut butter, or simply eating real meals instead of spreading processed fats on refined bread. And the next food is the perfect example of sugar, flour, and fried oil in one bite. Food number 2 is donuts. Donuts are not dangerous because they are small. They are dangerous because they combine many harmful things in one very easy-to-eat food. Sugar, white flour, fried oil, artificial flavors, empty calories, and almost no meaningful fiber, protein, vitamins, or minerals. Do donuts have any benefit? They taste good. They are cheap, convenient, enjoyable, and often paired with morning coffee. One donut once in a while is not a disaster. But after 50, if donuts become a regular breakfast, problems can start. Eating a donut on an empty stomach may raise blood sugar quickly. Then blood sugar may drop, leaving you tired, hungry, and craving more sugar. This is the cycle many people do not notice. You eat sugar for energy, then your energy crashes. Then you need more sweet coffee, snacks, or another pastry. Over time, this pattern may increase belly fat, make insulin harder to control, and place more metabolic pressure on your heart. The solution is not, never eat a donut again. The smarter solution is, do not use donuts as breakfast. If you really want one, eat it after a meal that contains protein and fiber, not on an empty stomach. And make it an occasional treat, not a morning routine. A better breakfast for your heart may be eggs with vegetables, plain Greek yogurt with berries, fish, beans, nuts, or plain oats if your blood sugar handles them well. But donuts are only one form of a bigger problem. The biggest problem is the ingredient hiding in many sweet foods, drinks, and packaged products. Food number 1 is sugar. Sugar may be the most quietly damaging food for your heart because it is not only found in candy and desserts, it is also in soda, sweet tea, bottled juice, barbecue sauce, ketchup, coffee creamer, breakfast cereals, sweetened yogurt, cookies, energy drinks, and many packaged foods. Does sugar have any benefit? Your body can use glucose for energy. A small amount of sugar, in the context of an active lifestyle, balanced meals, and good metabolic health, may not be a big problem. But after 50, especially if you have belly fat, pre-diabetes, type 2 diabetes, fatty liver, or you do not move much, added sugar becomes one of the most important things to reduce. Sugar raises blood sugar. When blood sugar rises, insulin rises. If this happens again and again for years, the body may become more insulin resistant. The fructose part of sugar is also processed largely by the liver. When the liver is overloaded, this may contribute to fatty liver and higher triglycerides. The most dangerous form is liquid sugar. Soda, sweet tea, bottled juice, and sweet coffee drinks can bring a large amount of sugar into your body without making you feel full. You drink them, but still eat your normal meal. This is why the first step should be cutting sugary drinks. You do not need to change everything in one day. In the first week, remove soda. The next week, reduce sweet tea. Then start reading added sugar on yogurt, sauces, cereals, and coffee creamers. Eat enough protein at breakfast to reduce sugar cravings later in the day. And the final rule is simple. Do not keep sweets where you can easily see them. After 50, protecting your heart does not begin with a perfect diet. It begins with noticing which everyday foods are quietly raising blood sugar, increasing inflammation, adding belly fat, and putting pressure on your blood vessels every day. Now, after learning these 10 foods that may quietly damage your heart after 50, the most important question is, what should you do today? You do not need to change your entire life overnight. Start with the 5 simplest steps. The first step, cut sugary drinks. If you drink soda, sweet tea, bottled juice, energy drinks, or coffee loaded with sugar every day, this is the best place to begin. Liquid sugar enters the body quickly, but it does not make you feel full. You drink it, then you still eat as usual, but your blood sugar and insulin have already gone up. According to the American Heart Association, men should limit added sugar to about 36 grams per day, or 9 teaspoons. But one large soda can already come close to that limit, or even go beyond it. So if you only do one thing after this video, start by removing sugary drinks. The second step, reduce white starches. Not everyone needs to completely quit rice, bread, or potatoes. But after 50, if you have belly fat, prediabetes, type 2 diabetes, fatty liver, or a sedentary lifestyle, your portions matter. A very easy method is the plate rule. Half of your plate should be non-starchy vegetables. 1/4 should be protein, such as fish, eggs, lean meat, tofu, or beans. The last quarter can be carbohydrates, such as rice, potatoes, oats, or whole grains. This allows you to eat a normal meal while helping reduce a large blood sugar spike. The third step, reduce fried foods and reused oil. This is very important for your heart. You do not only need to worry about calories, you also need to think about oil heated for too long, oxidized oil, and fried foods that usually come with white flour, high salt, sweet sauces, and sugary drinks. If you eat fried foods several times a week, reduce them to occasional meals. Instead of fried chicken, choose grilled chicken. Instead of fries, choose baked potatoes or vegetables. Instead of breaded fried fish, choose lightly pan-cooked or steamed fish. Do not try to be perfect. Just changing the cooking method can already reduce pressure on your heart. The fourth step, eat more real food and less packaged food. This is one of the strongest rules. Real foods usually have one ingredient: eggs, fish, meat, vegetables, whole fruit, beans, nuts, and plain yogurt. Packaged foods often have many ingredients: sugar, refined oils, artificial flavors, preservatives, high sodium, and refined flour. Here is a simple tip. If you read the label and the ingredient list is long, full of strange names, added sugar, high sodium, and refined oils, limit it. You do not need to remember every chemical name. Just remember this: the closer it is to real food, the better it usually is for your body. The fifth step, take a short walk after meals. This may be one of the smallest but most powerful habits after 50. After a meal, especially a meal with rice, bread, potatoes, or something sweet, blood sugar usually rises. When you take a gentle 10 to 15 minute walk, your muscles start using glucose from your blood for energy. This can help reduce the blood sugar spike after eating. You do not need to run. You do not need a hard workout. Just walk around the house, around the yard, down the hallway, or simply stand up and move after meals. Research has shown that short walks after eating can help reduce post-meal blood sugar compared with sitting still. And this is important. Your heart is not only protected in the gym, it is protected by small actions right after your meals. But before you change your diet, here is an important medical warning. If you already have heart disease, diabetes, high blood pressure, kidney disease, high cholesterol, fatty liver, or you take medication, do not make extreme changes on your own. Especially if you want to sharply reduce carbohydrates, start fasting, skip meals, try keto, or change diabetes or blood pressure medication. Talk to your doctor or a registered dietitian first. The reason is simple. When you change your diet, your blood sugar and blood pressure may change too. And if you take medication, those changes need to be monitored safely. This video helps you understand the principles, but your doctor understands your medical history, medications, and lab results. Now remember this, you do not need a perfect diet to start protecting your heart. You only need to remove one soda, skip one order of fries, reduce one morning donut, replace one fast food meal this week, and choose one real meal instead, with protein, vegetables, less sugar, less fried oil, and fewer packaged ingredients. After 50, small changes can create a big difference, because heart disease usually does not come from one bad meal. It often comes from small habits repeated every day. But the good news is this, your heart can also be protected by small habits repeated every day. Start with the easiest change today. If you drink sugary drinks every day, start there. If you eat fried food too often, reduce that first. If you eat a lot of white bread or white rice, reduce the portion and add protein and vegetables to your plate. And after your next meal, take a 10-minute walk. It may be the smallest step, but for your heart after 50, it is a step worth taking.